Hello there, it is Thursday, September 11th. Got a collection of puzzles. Let's get started. Nice little plus cross there with a triple, so we're going to need to use a double ones or double threes, and we got to do the double ones because we have three of them. 5 with a blank, okay. And the double threes and the 6 down the bottom. All right. Nice table there. There's a 3 that has to go out there, and a triple that's going to make a 14. A triple is going to make a 15. It's probably going to use the double 6. There's a 5 down the bottom and a 6 down the bottom too. So 6, you could use 6, 6 there. A 2, so the 2 is going to be, could be up there, and then you would have to use the double 6. So that would make 15. And you have some options for the 5s. And you can't go down actually, so that's the only option there. So those have to go there. You could do 5, 3 or 5, 5 or 5, 6. However, the 6 has to go like this. And 4, 4, 4, 3. How can we make 14? 5, 5 and 4. So we could do double 5s. 3, 4, 4, 4, and then the 5 down the bottom. Cool. And extra tough. Ooh. Wonder if that's supposed to evoke something or if it's... Seeing if it's supposed to resemble a shape, but that's an interesting idea of sort of offshoring 2 tiles. So one of those tiles is going to have a 4, which we have a bunch of 4 options. We got to use a double equals up there, so that's going to be the 2, 3, or 4. We have a huge number of there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things that are the same. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you can't do it with the 1s, can't do it with the blanks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. Let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I can't do it with the 2s, 3s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I could do it with 3s. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't do it with 4s. 5s. 1, 2, and 6s. 1, 2. Okay, so all of these are all those 3s. If I think about double 3 is going to go somewhere in there. Oh. Uh-oh. Did I lose a tile? Okay, there we go. All the 4s are going to be in that straight, or sorry, all the 6s, the 4 6s are going to be in this straight line here. And there's no double 6s, so to get something facing down, interesting. We can't like cut this off, so we can't have something lay flat here. It's going to be, well, could we? We could actually. We could lay something flat, and they could all stick up or out. So maybe there's some options there. So we know the double 3 is here, which means this equals is going to be it was the 2 or the 4, but the 4s, can we do the 2s? 2s, 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 2s. Wait, so, yeah, 2s. If we use up the double tile for the 2s, can these be the 2s? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. If we use up the double 4s, 1, yeah, so maybe that doesn't help us. What? Okay, all the blanks. This blank right here, we don't have a double blank, so it has to be blank something sticking up. So it's going to be, it could be like blank 1, blank 3, or blank 6. If it's blank 6, then the other blank is there, and that can't be, so it's not blank 6. It could be blank 3, and then, but we're using all our 3s. We got a 3, and we're going to use a 3, something like this, and another 3, and the 3, actually this 3, 6 has to go here. If that's true, then this double 3 has to happen. I think this can't be the 3, so I think this might have to be blank 1, but let's see. So we just have 1, 2, 3 3s left, so they have to all go here. So to stick out, that's going to have to be a 3, 4. And we got 3, 5, and it can't be a 3, 5 because we're using the blanks elsewhere, so the 3, 5 has to go. Ooh. Oh, maybe not. 3, 5, what was the other one? 3, 2. Huh. I thought that would have been... Where's the 3, 5 gonna go? Oh, wait, we have a 3 blank. Maybe I wasn't thinking of that? Okay. And a 3, 5. Okay. We have one more 3 than I thought. I think I was miscounting. So I think that works to fill that in. So the 0, we can't do 0, 6 up here. It has to go down to use up here. So the 0, 1 has to go up here. So that's a 5. We have a couple options for the 5. It could be 5, 1, but we don't have enough 1s, so it'd be 5, 2. So these are 2s. We gotta use the double 2 to fill this in. And a 2, 6, so this has to stick down. The last 6 has to go there, and the 5 has to go there. Double 4s, and 4, 1. Cool. That's nice. A little bit of limitation here with the 3s. I think I miscounted. I thought there was exactly 6. I think there's 7. And then there's some restriction kind of in this tight space for some of the blanks. I think this didn't, kind of just use those as leftovers. That was cool. Okay. We got a little mini from Joel. How you doing? George Carlin for the first episode. Oh, he was the host of the first episode. Okay. What autocorrect corrects typos? Bad time to head outside with a tall metal rod during a storm. Straight outta Compton. Crossed one's fingers, hoped. And sneaker name for a big cat, Puma. Pouty lips, sulky looking. Up top, request for a high five. Metro, yes. And opponent of Cuomo and Mamdani in the NYC mayoral race. Nice. All right. Got a little Puzzmo now. The nice little stair. Whoop. Okay. Basic knitting project. Usually a shawl or a scarf. So we'll say scarf. Something street. Overview of a product's features. No, sheet. Or a words editor's expectations. Maybe a spec sheet. Unimaginative but useful birthday gift. Like a card. You could get like a gift card. Group of regular participants on a game show. A panel. Business executive, Portnoy, or Lauder. Ooh. Initial stake in a card game. Ante. Ridge or Coral. A reef? Long live the new. Line from the body horror classic Videodrome. Not sure. CD is interesting. Exclusive dining area that lets guests watch their food being prepared. I guess cake is useful? I don't know. Maybe not spec or... Let's guests watch their food being prepared. Oh, the chef's table. Nice. Cash, yes, okay, that's useful. And reef, este, there's long live the new flesh. Come quick or you'll miss it. Hurry. In a manner that lacks sparkles. Sparkle. Dully. Pears is to parry as apples. Oh, is Perry the like alcoholic pear juice or drink? So this is cider? That's a fun way to learn a new drink fact. Low res, was that found on a potato elicitor? Suffix for toad or smurf? Smurfette? Toadette? Less than 90 degrees. Acute. Indicators of karate skill level. Belts. Icebreaker? If you could have any superpower, what would it be? Is usually a better one than who's your favorite Bronte sister. Icebreaker. Cabaret. Moulin Rouge. Cabaret. Didn't I tell you this would happen? See? Locked horns. Tussled. Safe to store at room temperature. Shelf stable. So we got shelf stable and chef's table. Nice. Software stage before release candidate. Release candidate is beta. Failed to hold water. Leak. So what else is new? Else and backbone of a boat. Text to an event organizer. And pollution-free alternative to a leaf blower. Taxi payment. Fare. Like extroverts. Genial? Shout from concert goers who don't want to go home yet. Encore. Went after the puck. Raced or iced? Skated? Butts. Asses. Adorably huge cat. City the Quibla points towards. Becca? Middlemarch author. George Tippy Top, the Acme Elliot? social, and chunk? A chunk. Almost impossible to answer. But my favorite Ponte sister is Anne. A party before crossword time this year, a few of us constructors came up with the icebreaker question. Have you ever ship of Theseus something? In other words, have you ever owned anything where you ended up replacing every single one of its parts bit by bit over time? There were some people who had ship of Theseus their living situations, with every roommate being individually replaced, but physical objects are much harder to think of. Wow. That is an interesting icebreaker. I think it's important to note here that Will has Ship of Theseus, a Sunday-sized crossword. Ooh, okay. Now we got kind of a smallish puzzle. Kate from the New Yorker here. Letter trio seen on a stack of building blocks. ABC, beautiful. Basketball Hall of Famer Ming. Alluring imagery of meals and their preparation. Gold coins in a jewel-encrusted chest, buried in a secret location marked by an X, say. Like pirate treasure? A piece of furniture with a headboard, a bed, hands, unrefined sources of metal, ores, herb with velvety leaves. Does sage have velvety leaves? Nestling that might be snowy or spotted. Nestling. Owl. Owlet. Mac and cheese. Willy Loman and his ilk, giving off a pleasant scent. Aromatic. Some NFL scores. Consumed 8. Subsequently. Afterward. Ward. Red light district establishments. Bordellos. British satirical novelist. No request is off the table. Attitude of entitlement. I'll get to you in a bit. 1 sec. River stopper upper, dam. Awareness ads for short. PSAs. Greets with loud derision. Booze at. TDs. You seem to be under the impression. Agency that employs the protagonists of the film Carry On. TSA. NYC Subway Org. The MTA. Baseball Hall of Fame. Alluring imagery of meals and their preparation. Food porn. Hands in manas? Soul. Willy Loman is like souls. No request is off the table. You name it. Attitude of entitlement. Something. A soulsman? Soulsmen? Arrogance. And something spelled wrong there, yeah. Arrogance, manos, yes. And after word, yes, okay. Did spell it wrong. Salesman, yes, okay. Gotcha. Good stuff in there. Owlet, Treasure, food porn, you name it. You name it. It was fun. That's a long one. That's nice. Cool. Okay. Last one of the day is Thursdays from the Times. By Gia Bosco. Okay. City with a view of Mount Vesuvius. Ooh. Pompeii, maybe. Semi-aquatic amphibian. Like a three-letter amphibian, like an eel or a resembling, like akin, a la mom, dad, and sis, but not bro. Palindromes. City with a view of Mount Vesuvius. I wonder if there's more palindromes. It's a lovely little center of those little clusters of two. City with a view of Mount Vesuvius. Yeah, I think I watched a video about that recently. But it's not Pompeii. It's another. I'm thinking that's by Mount Vesuvius. Seinfeld roll. Elaine. Semi-aquatic. Is that an eel? Resembling. Okay, that was a la. Handheld communication device. Handheld communication device, like you hold like a walkie-talkie or a phone or a interesting. Might be up to something. Took a shine to Liven or city northwest of Tulsa. That doesn't look good. Handles. Tends to? No, tend to? It would be tends to, though. Handheld communication device. La. Dangers in the, it's not IUD, is it IED? IED? Took a shine to Liven? Okay. Oh, we got another italic. Minuscule in cutesy lingo. Okay, is there something maybe down the middle here? Back-to-back sporting events with a hint to the answers to the italicized clues. Okay. That's the main thing. Back-to-back sporting events. I'm going to say double headers. And what would that mean? Double headers. It is a hint to the answers to the italicized clues. Handheld communication device. Minuscule. Tiny, itty bitty, teensy weensy kind of thing. Came unglued. Something physically could come unglued, like lose its adhesion. Unadhere. Is that add? De-adhere, de-here, de-here. But you could also come unglued of like, I guess that's a feeling of being full of rage or something like that. You betcha. Could be yup or yep. Steamy place. Maybe a spa. Could have like a sauna. Grandma in Gloucester. H. I guess hydrogen or hot. H could be for hot. Minuscule with a E. Itsy bitsy. Yep. Came unglued. Something go ape, maybe? Nan? Non? Get cranky with fatigue. Get cranky with fatigue, maybe. Trap or... okay. Handheld, yeah, get cranky with fatigue. Longtime portrayer of TV's Captain Pierce. Jam, maybe a bind. Took a shine to, liked. Eel, okay. Talk. Handheld, a talkie, a walkie-talkie, a walkie. Handheld communication, double headers. Ooh, okay, hang on. So start at the beginning with both, like a walkie and a talkie. It could be both. So this could be a W. And that would be a newt. So do we say WT there? WT Aki. This is newt. Maybe that's what we're doing. Enid, Naples. Okay. Handles. Sees to. Okay, I like that. Let's pen that in. Okay, so what I think we're doing is the italic clues all have probably all going to be a phrase that you can change one letter. So the handheld communication device is a walkie-talkie. I'm just changing one letter, so combine that. But then down, you make a letter with those double letters. So that's why I think this is newt. Okay. Jam, a bind. Anti-racist movement since 2013 for short. I think that's BLM. BLM, there we go. Dance pioneer, microdosing substance, LSD. Simpson, Ney, Bouvier, Marge. Nice. Very compact way to clue that. What else? Organic fertilizer. Organic fertilizer. Could be guano. Marinara tomato, Roma. Butter from a farm. Butter from a farm. Pair of words that are usually contracted. Are not. That's a cool way to do that instead of the schoolyard taunt. It's usually aren't. Plethora. Ooh, like a lot? Butter from a farm. Ram? Butter. Isadora? One laying a foundation. A mason. Okay, that feels good. Ram. Butter from a farm. Ram. Okay. Roma, tomato, yeah, and guano, and are not ready for an emergency. On call. Are, oh dear, are not, and I think it's Isadora? Duncan Isadora? Kind of surgeon. OR or something, like OBGYN comes to mind, but surgeon. Some sort of contraction or shortening, I'm not sure. Ebb, what's the ebb there? Gray coat. in the Civil War? Rebel? Reb? Blowout. A row? Leonhard, who helped develop calculus. Euler. I think it's Euler. I'm not sure if it's Leonhard Euler. Tick-borne affliction, informally. Lyme disease? Cassava. Example of a... Is it lime or with a lime? Vices that are best abandoned. Petty or something? Or kind of surgeon. OR something. Briny. C? Okay. Let's just keep going. Okay. Cutesy, minuscule. Itsy bitsy teensy weensy. TW there. Material with a coarse weave. Twine. Okay. Yeah. Teensy weensy. H. Ooh. Grandma. Okay, that could be. Long hyphen. N dash or M dash? N or M? Another rebus, I guess. Came unglued. Kin. Im. Something. Something ape, maybe. Okay. Check out. Test or total. Sum to. Sound in a horror film. A shriek. Approves. Okays. Something one might slice. A pizza comes to mind, but powerful ones have resolutions less than 0.1 nanometer. Microscopes. Yeah, microscopes. Cool. Something one might slice. Treats as a sprain. Ices. Something one might slice. Ooh. Yeah, like a T-shot. Ices. Okays. Archangel. Yeah, could be Uriel. And C is just briny. C. Hi, aloha. Yes. I think I've done high. Hi is great. Dune buggy. Example in brief. It's an ATV. Lush. Sought. Dune buggy. It's an ATV. Video surveillance cameras. Oh, crud. Something TV. HC. Oh, crud. I think that's ATV. Lush is sought. Sought after. Out. Shoe. CCTV. That's gust. No, guest freebies. Philosopher David, who wrote a treatise of human nature. Nursery rhyme character known as Lil Trill in Denmark. Ooh. Humpty Dumpty? Dumpty? Prefix with lingual or lateral. Trilateral, trilingual. Your blues? Yes. Yes, I'm lonely. That one. Current measure. Ampere. Comps. Okay. And this is Humpty Dumpty. HD. Okay, that's a good pairing. Shoe, philosopher David Hume. Yes. Time for a trip to the laundromat. Wash day. Nice. Courtroom figures. DAs. Curved shapes. Saws. Wash day. Wash. Let's say that. Turner of Rock. Tina Turner? Cassava. Is that a melon? Kind of surgeon. Or OR. Toes, curved shapes. Bows. Vices that are best abandoned. Something big. Alternative to gain. I think that's a laundry detergent. So Tide. I Am Something. One-time reality TV spinoff. Youngest of the Bronte sisters. Ooh, we just did this. I think it's Anne. Could be Anne. I don't know the Bronte sisters very well. I Am Cain. Region. That was the previous constructor, or Puzzle's constructor, their response to the favorite Bronte sister. Region of South Dakota. Author who created Heffalumps and Woozles. It's Dr. Seuss, I guess. And I forget his first name or his real name. That's my guess. Flashiness. Sparkle, something. And this is a 4-letter word. Medieval entertainer. I feel like a jester or a fool. Flashiness. Maybe not. Author who created. Oh, maybe that sounds familiar. Good rating for a bond. 00 or bond ionic rating. Non-combat region. Cheney of politics. Liz Cheney, right? Razzle dazzle. Whoops. A bard. Give 'em the old razzle dazzle. Non-combat region. Ooh. Some DMZ. Oh yes, Milne. AA Milne? Good rating. Oh, AAA. AA Milne? Badlands? Cool. Okay, I like that. Vices that are best abandoned. Bins. Vices. Checkout. Could be test. Came unglued. Go ape or get cranky. Long time. Checkout. I feel like that's lime. With like that kind of surgeon. Let, plethora, lot. Let. Oral surgeon. Yes. Ooh. Habits. Kate. I am Kate. Nasty habits. Test. Lash mark. Like on your eyelash, or a mark on your lash, or a lash mark, like a lash like from a whip, like a scar, or get cranky with fatigue, need a nap. Tweed, Alda, Captain Pierce. Oh, from MASH, Alan Alda. Okay, feels like nasty habits now. Lash mark. A welt, came unglued, went ape. Well, that turned out pretty good. TW, WT, HD, RD. Back to back. Yeah. Sometimes these clever, or kind of 2 levels deep, thinking outside the box kind of themes can be tough to crack, but that one, double headers, just was really easy to spot or to start for me. Definitely not always the case. And also palindromes was good to get at the beginning. I think I got some of the big ones really early, of doubles, palindromes, and microscopes were all pretty, just didn't have to sit on for a while. But nasty habits, that was a little more work. Cool. A.A. Milne is Dr. Seuss's real name. I just like the way her brain works. I agree. It's a nice crossword. I'll give myself a pat on the back. But most solvers are used to the Rebus elements being the same. Okay. Not sure if I would have made that connection. It's good to be aware of a common occurrence, that they're the same. However, they're all different. A nice little demonstration here. Walkie-talkie, newt, yep. Both of them, not net and new. Or is it both? Oh, this is interesting, and maybe how they grade it. I didn't try this. You could put in TW if you wish, but then the crossing answer at 1D would not make sense. Semiquota is a newt, not yet. Ditto for entering a single letter answer instead of the full rebus. You will be marked correct for the single letter, but you may feel a bit confused about what you end up with. Oh, interesting. So in terms of like the error checking, it's marked as correct if you get one of the letters, but you have to put in both. Double headers, yeah. Roma, yep. Yes. It's about as compact as can be for aloha. I think in a previous crossword I've used high in high. I think just no quotes, just H lowercase I in capital H-I. Cool. Palindromes, excellent. N dash, yeah. Okay. Actually, I wasn't paying attention. It turned out to be N dash. And here's the thing about clues like this. Bosco and the puzzle editors never said the N dash was the longest hyphen. They just said it was long. Long hyphen. Gotcha. That's a good point. So that's one reason of why it could be both. That, man, word people are nuts. Not nuts in a bad way, but we can get down to the very specific things. If we didn't say that it's the longest, so you're not limited to m dash, it could be n dash. Wow. H, okay, I didn't see that happen, was eta. The equivalent of H in the Greek alphabet, okay. It's about as brief a clue can be. T-shot, yes, and ram, yes. Homophone clues rock my world. Don't be fooled by butter from a farm. This butter is not the creamy stuff we use liberally in cooking. It's a farm animal that butts its head. Ah, yes, I wasn't thinking in that way. Head butter, that's why it's a ram. Gotcha, gotcha. It's a bit of a bummer it's not sport related. Oh, and a little happy birthday from the constructor notes. Cool. Nicely done. Surprisingly approachable for a late week Times crossword, but very enjoyable. Very nice. Humpty Dumpty, Razzle Dazzle, Teensy Weensy, and Walkie Talkie, in that order. I like how you name it here. Chef's Table and Shelf's Table, or Shelf Stable. Lovely pairing there. Up top, typos, Storm, good stuff. And the pips. Great. All right. That's it for me. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a good day.